Hello everyone. So I'm going to show you briefly in less than an hour, at most 1 hour 20 minutes, how to set up your news blog that you can use to make money online from scratch. You don't have to have any experience or design a blog before. You can do, once you know how to surf the net, you'll be able to set up this blog in just an hour, or at most, because you are new to this, 1 hour 30 minutes your blog will be ready. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing you want to do is click the link in the description below that says host, where you get a host for your website. The first thing you get for your web design is a domain and a host. Once you click the link in the description below, that will bring you here, and that link is going to give you about 60% off on the hosting package that you will choose to buy. So what you want to do is click get started. Once you get here, get started, and that will bring you to the hosted plans. Now in the hosted plans, if you are designing just one website, one blog, right, you choose this plan, this Hashlane plan, 60% off. If you are designing, if you want to design more than one blog in the future, let's say you want to design a blog today and maybe you want to set up other blogs or your business website or some other things on the same host, then you can select this plan. This one gives you a limited website. That means you can set up a blog for yourself and for another person, right? But for this purpose, we're going to select this because this is just for one website and it's the blog you're setting up. So we select this, click buy now. The benefit of buying this host is there are a lot of benefit: free SSL certificate, a free domain is included for a year plan, you have $150 voucher to free to advertise on Google, you have $100 free voucher to advertise with MSN, and a lot more benefits. So let's just get started. Buy now. When you click buy now, that is going to take you here to this section. Now you want to choose your domain, the domain name you want to use for the blog. For this purpose, I will just choose a random domain. So I'm going to say blog me. So I'm going to choose this domain, blog Meg, something like this, just a random name, right? Once you type in the name, what you want to do is click anywhere outside this search box. So click here, for example, and your domain will search. You will see the domain. This particular domain is unavailable, right? Once the domain is unavailable, you want to change the name to what's available, or maybe you want to choose another domain, another extension, .club, .site, .net, but I want .com, so I'm going to change it. I'm going to type something random. So I'm going to type I here, but in your own case, you will choose the domain that you want to use. Could be your name, could be any kind of cache name that you want to use. So I'm going to add I here, and I'm going to click outside the box again and allow it to search. And you can see that the domain is now available, primary domain available, and it's free for 1 year, right? Now after selecting your domain, you want to scroll down here to this section. You'll see this section is domain privacy. It means that your personal details that you will use in purchasing this domain is going to be hidden, right? And for that, you're going to pay $15, 14.95 cents in a year for it, right? But mostly I don't bother about that, so I'm going to uncheck this so that I don't have to pay for this. So I'm going to check this, and you're going to scroll down here. You will select your plan. What kind of plan do you want? We already select a Hashlane plan, right, for one website. If you want to change that, you can change that to the baby plan, where you have unlimited website, or the business plan if you're changing your mind. But we already selected our plan. Then the billing cycle, how do you want to pay for this first term? Do you want to pay for 3 years? 3 years you'll be paying, the longer the term, the cheaper it becomes. 3 years you'll be paying at $2.75 for a month. For 2 years you'll be paying $3.45 for a month. For 12 months you'll be paying $3.95 for a month. That is, the longer the term, the cheaper it becomes, right? So if you select this, if you leave it at this, for example, for the three years, you're going to be paying a total of just $105, which is really cheap for 3 years term, right? Now let's say, for example, you want to make it for just for a year, so you want to select 12 months. For that one, you're paying about 50 something $50 something. All right, so what you want to do is enter your email here, repeat your email in this section, then choose a password, then enter a PIN, a 4-digit number that will help secure your account. You write it down somewhere along with your password so that for proper security of your account. Then you want to enter your details: name, first name, last name, just your normal information, your address, your code and all that. Then you enter your billing information. If you are paying with credit card, you select this. If you are paying with PayPal, you select this, then you pay with your PayPal. If you are paying with your credit card, you enter your name, the name on your card, enter the credit card number, the CVV, the expiration date. Then you can skip the tax exemption ID, right? Then you want to enter fill out the regular information, your city, zip code, which is normal for purchasing stuff online. Then this section, if you check any of this section, you're going to be billed extra, so you leave this section out. Make sure you don't check any of it. If you want to check anything at all, it should be this: improve your search ranking and increase website visitors. This is a bit cheap, but you can do it yourself, right? But if you want it done automatically, you can select this to help with your search ranking, but you can leave it out. All right, now you see that your total comes to $50.53 for a year, right? If you selected 3 years, you'll be paying $105. All right, so you see that it is very cost effective, and this is one of the best hosting company you can find online. Then after that, reviewing your total, you want to do is check this, which is to agree to their terms. Then you want to click checkout now, right? When you click checkout now is going to take you to this section, right? They'll say that your account is being created. Then that will bring you, when you scroll down, you see this information. Just wait while your account is being created. After your account is created, you will have this pop-up, right? This question and pop-up. You can decide to fill it just the way it is, or you can skip it. If you scroll down to it, you will see either submit when you select any option, or skip. Whichever option you choose, it's going to bring you here, right? Now what you want to do here is click get started to build your website with WordPress, right? Once you click get started, your site is going to your WordPress is going to be installed on your site. Excuse me. Now when WordPress is going to install, it's going to give you this screen saying creating your WordPress account, right? After your WordPress account is created, it's going to take like a minute or two. Then you will have this information. This information is going to be your username to your WordPress backend, then your password. Remember, your domain name is going to be the extension URL to your domain name is going to form your backend, right? Now don't click on this. If you click this is going to take you to a temporary domain. You don't want to do that, so that you don't waste your time. What you want to do is just click to copy the username and the password, and now you save them on your device, right? Copy the username, copy the password. In this case, the username is admin and this is the password, right? So you copy any of these. In your own case, it's going to be different. So you copy the username, copy the password, and save it to a notepad. Then head to your browser. Then this is the site I'm going to use for the training. This is a blank site, blank WordPress installation. Yours is going to look something like this, just like this. What you want to do is type in your domain. In your own case, type in your domain. Let's say your domain is matthew.com. So you type your domain. At the end of the domain, you add /wp hyphen admin. The description, you find this information in the description below as well. At the end, just type your domain name on your browser. Then you type the domain that you just purchased. Then add /wp hyphen admin. Then you hit enter. Right? When you hit enter, they will bring you to your back end login for WordPress. What you want to do, your password that you copied here, remember your username is admin, so you're going to enter the username here in this section. Then the password, you're going to copy it and you're going to enter it here. You're going to change your password and username later so that you can have a stronger password. All right, so I'll just go ahead and enter my username and password. All right, so I've entered my username and password. So what I want to do now is just log in, and let's get started with the business of the day. So what you want to do is just click login. When you click login, this is going to take you to the back end of the website. So I don't want to save this. You click login, you see this will take you to the back end of the website. This is the back end of the website, where the website itself, you can open it here and see that it's still a blank site. There's nothing on it, right? Now this is the back end where we'll design our blog. Right, to get started, one of the first things that we want to do is add a plugin called Use SEO plugin. Is very important. We just add it. You go to plugin and click on add new. That will take us here. So what we want to do is just type SEO in the search bar. SEO. This will help with search engine. Then what we want to do is click install and click activate. Now this changes nothing with your site. If you come here and still refresh this site, you're still going to see that we've not done any design, right? So what we want to do for our news blog is head to appearance. When you hover on appearance, you come to themes. So you want to click on themes. Now that will bring you here. The template we're searching for, we're going to click on add new here to add a new template, or click this plus sign to add a new template. Either way, so we're just going to click here. Now we're searching for news cover news. It's a template. Alright, so this is the template we are looking for. Alright, so what we want to do is just hit install here, or you can hit install. Any of these will work fine for you. So what we want to do for this, I prefer the dark color, or you can also change the color as well. So what I want to do is just hit install. After you type cover news, then you hit install. This is a free template. You don't have to pay a dime for it. Alright, so this is installed. What we want to do is go ahead and activate. Now activating this will bring up this message that say there are recommended plugins that you need to install for the template to work fine. So what we want to do is come to begin install and click on begin install. Now what you want to do is, when this page opens, you have 9 plugins that you want to install. So you want to do just click on this section at the top. This will highlight all the plugins, and go to bulk action, click on it. You see this drop down, and click on install and apply. That will install all the plugins, the 9 plugins that you would require for the template to work fine. Alright, so you get information that is being installed. Alright, you can see that all 9 plugins have been installed. So we'll return to plugin installer by clicking on return to require plugin installer. Now you see that all plugins are installed. So you are going to click here again. When you click here again, what we want to do now is activate the plugin so that they can now function. So what we want to do is come to this bulk action, click on it for the drop down, and come to activate and select that. Then click apply. Now this will activate all the plugins. Now all the plugins are now activated, right? All the plugins are now activated. Alright, you see that all these plugins are still not activated. Come back here and go to bulk action again and apply to activate everything. Alright, so all the plugins are now activated. If you come to this section now, the plugin section, and click on installed plugin, you will see that we have all the plugins installed and activated. Just a minute while that loads. Alright, this brings us here, but we are going to plugin section, installed plugin. Alright, you see that all plugins that we just installed have been activated. Right, this is a plugin that is not required, so we're going to delete it. It's not it's a default plugin that comes with WordPress, so we're going to delete that. and this we can set up for spam protection later, but for now we'll leave it as it is. Alright, so now your template is installed. What you want to do is make posts, right? How to make posts on WordPress. Now what you want to do to make a post to your news blog is head over here to new. You want to click posts, or you come to posts and click add new. So it depends on the what you want to do, the section that you want to use to add posts. What you want to do is just click here. Now your blog is ready, but you have to add content to it. So for this purpose, each time you want to add a news, or depending on the kind of blog you're creating, is for a news excuse me, that is a news blog or a personal blog or a fashion blog, depending on the kind of blog, you have to be adding content on daily basis or weekly basis, depending on how your blogs. If it's a news blog, it's daily, and a lot daily. So depending on the kind of blog you're creating. So what you want to do is add a title. For example, for me to add a blog, I'm going to pick a post from random from the internet. I'm going to come here and just type WhatsApp. WhatsApp was done yesterday in major part of the world. So I'm going to just type WhatsApp on Google. That's going to bring news content about WhatsApp. Sorry, I'll do that again. Alright, so these are top stories, WhatsApp down and all that. So I'm just going to click one of these for the demonstration purpose. So I'm going to, let's say, well, assuming that you are writing your first post, what you want to do is I'm just going to pick this title. I'm just take just this aspect of it. I'll come here and paste the title here. The title could be in, I could just say right, and that would be the title. So that if you want to capitalize, you can capitalize. Now we're just going to pick a little bit of the content as the content of the post. In your own case, you will write your full post, right? That this could be the news that you want to publish. You write the full content. Let's say, for example, this is the full content. Right, so I'm just going to copy this and paste it here as the content for the post, right? Now in your case, you want to be writing a lot of content, right? For your either it could be summary of a news, or you are writing other kind of content that you want to publish on your blog. So what you want to do is add images. The images you want to add is, you can get them from Google, or for, if it is you're talking about if it's news, there's always an image for any news. You can get it. Everybody publish basically the same news on the internet, but you have to write it in your own words. Alright, so for example, in this particular case, we're talking about WhatsApp, so I'm going to go to images on Google. Now this is how to get your images for your news. Then I want to select one of these to use for the news. Let's say I want to use this, or I want to use this. So what I want to do is click on it and allow it to load. Then I want to save this to my computer. I just want to save it to download. Alright, so that is saved. Now if I want that image as the featured image that will be seen on the front page of the website, I'll come here. Right, now we're still going to talk about how to create a category. Right, at the moment we don't want this uncategorized as one of the categories. So what we want to do is just come here. For this purpose, I want to say news, latest news as this category. After this, we'll create categories. Now we're going to say this is latest news. Then we're going to click add new category. That means you can add a category right from here. Then we want to use that image that we just downloaded as a featured image for the post. So we're going to come to featured, select this. I'm going to click on upload file. I'm going to downloads. What I'm looking for is right here. I'll wait for this to load. Alright, so now the image is fully uploaded. What I want to do is click on set featured image. I'm going to click set featured image. Now the featured image is set. Now this will display on the front page of your website to show the post, the featured image. You know what featured image is. Now if you want to insert any other, let's say this content is longer than this, I'm going to duplicate this Let's say this content is longer than this. Let's say this content is as long as this, right? And now I want to add another image between the in between the content. Let's say I want to add another image at this section. I will click just right here and go to add media, right? So I'm going to select that, and either select, if let's say the image is already here, I'll select this. If it's not already here, I will just go through the process again and upload the image I want to upload, right? But for this purpose, I'm going to select this and click insert into post. So any image you upload, you click insert into post, then it becomes, the image will appear here. Now this is small. If you want it bigger, what you want to do is click on the image, and you see this pencil icon that says edit. Click on it and change this to from medium to large or full size. So if I say large, this is going to give me this size. If I say full size, it's going to give me a larger size. So I'm going to just select large and click update. You see that the image is larger, right? Now, as many images you want to insert, that's how you insert them. In any section you want to insert any image, you click on that section, you go to add media and insert that image. Now once your post is published, what you want to do is click on, your post is ready to publish, review it and see that everything is okay. What you want to do is click on publish. Now that your post is published, if you want to view the post, you can just take a look at the post. We're still going to look at our blog because we don't have content on the blog yet, so it's not going to look the way we want it to look. So that's why we want to make up to 5 to 6 posts before we take a look at our blog. So what you want to do is come here and open your post to see your post. Now you can see your post, right? We're still going to create menu and all that. So you see your posts. This is the posts that you just made. All right, now we'll go back here and create category for our blog, depending on the kind of blog that you are setting up. But for this purpose, we are using a news blog, right? So you come here to post section and you see categories, so you want to click on that. The first thing you want to do is change this on categorize, edit it and change it to, let's say health, and the slug will leave it at health as well, and click update. Now I want to add other categories. I want to add global news, for example, just random categories. Global news. You will make sure that the categories that you are publishing are categories that you're going to be publishing content to, so that when people come to your news blog or your personal blog, they can just go to their area of interest. So after entering the category name, what you want to do is hit enter, and on your keyboard you see the categories here. Now I want another category which says celebrity gossip. Hit enter again. Other category is here. We're going to select on that category movies. I'll hit enter again. The category will come here. See the movies. I'm going to add box office. For example, if this is our category you are choosing for your blog, make sure you choose a category carefully. Then hit enter. You can choose as much as 10, 20, 50 categories, but the fewer the categories, the better it is. So that if your blog is going to be very large, you want to be covering a lot of topic, then you can create as much category as you like. All right, but for this purpose of this lesson, you're going to select these categories, and we are done with category creation. Right now that we've created our category, what we want to do is keep making posts. Right, I already taught you how to make posts, so I'm just going to do that again. So you come to this add new under posts again and click on add new. Now we're going to make another post. This time we're going to say US government. But we're going to go to, this is the image section, so we're going to go to news. Let's say we are publishing news. You can see this in news by this US Embassy news. We're going to go to Forbes. Click on that. In your own case, you will have your content for that you want to publish with you, right? But this one I'm just picking randomly to demonstrate to you. Now you want to pick the title. So this let's assume this is the title, but I just want to pick it to here, right? I'm going to pick here. Then make sure that your title is unique and is click worthy. The title is enticing, right? I'm going to remove exclusive. Right, then you want to get the content of your post. Let's just say this is the content. I'm going to end it here. In your own case, you get the full content, right? So I'm going to paste the content of the post here, right? Let's say this is the content of what I want to publish, right? Now if you are blogging about other topics apart from news, you are blogging about how to help people online, giving valuable information, your post is supposed to be very detailed to explain what you are information you are trying to pass across. Right now, after entering the content of your post for this demonstration purpose, what you want to do is get the image for this post. In this case, I'm just going to go to see the news is about government secretly orders Google to identify. So what I want to do, I can just say, let me just say US government that I typed in here earlier. I'm going to go to image. I'm going to cut something that can represent what I'm publishing, so I can always use this as the image I want to use for the post, depending on what resonates, what is synonymous with what you are publishing. If it is a person, definitely the person's picture. If you are talking about, let's say, how to build a blog, you want to put a picture of a blog there, right? Or someone designing a blog. So it depends on the post you're publishing. So I'm going to save this image. Then I'm going to just click save and head back to the post. Right now, in this case, what I want to do is select the category of the post. Now it's global news. I'm going to select this. Then if I want to add a tag is another way of making your blog user friendly, in the sense that your users can further look at smaller topics on your blog by tags. For example, in this case, I can just say WhatsApp, because this news, Google, sorry, I can say Google, right? Because this news concerns Google. Then I hit enter. Then I'll say US government, right? And hit enter. What this means is that each time I publish a news that touches on Google, I will use this tag, because Google is not a category here. Each time I publish a news that has to do with US government, I'll use this tag. What it means that if somebody comes to my blog and wants to want news about US government, they can just click the tag, and everything I publish on US government, they will find it. It's an easy way for people to navigate your blog and make your blog user friendly and help with search rankings as well. So the tagging is like further segmenting your blog in a way that will make it user friendly, make people identify different topics on your blog. Let's say you're publishing about Robert Downey Jr., or you're publishing about Marvel movies, right? And it's not a category on your blog. So each time you're publishing about Marvel movie, you can just type Marvel, or Marvel movies, or Marvel cinematography, or Marvel universe, any term you want to use. Right now, if anybody comes to your blog and want to read anything about Marvel movies, once they click on that tag, everything you have published about Marvel movies, upcoming movies that are published before, reviews, will be displayed, so that it will be easier for people to navigate your blog. Alright, enough about that. So what we want to do is add our featured image to this post. So we want to click set featured image and come to upload again and click select file. Click select file to bring out that. Alright, so when you select the file, you are going to pick the image that you just downloaded and let it upload. I'll wait for this to. Once this is uploaded, you want to click set featured image. So you click that. Now your featured image is set. Right? If you look at the content, if you want to add tag, we already talk about tag. We already selected category. Then what you want to do is, if for example you want to insert images here, in between the content of the post, you can easily do that with the step we did before. So just demonstrate that again for this post. You go to, let's say you want to add another image here, you go to come to add media and click on that. If you want to upload it, you can upload it just like we did. To do that, you just click on upload files, then you want to click on select files. For example, I'm going to select this file, for example. I'm going to just click open and wait for this to upload. Now once this is uploaded, this insert into post will be highlighted, right? So let's wait for that. That did not work out fine because of network. So what we want to do, I will just demonstrate with this. Just insert into post and the image will be here. And if you want it larger, like we said before, you click the image, hit the pencil icon, and you want to select the size of the image. You want it bigger, you want it at the center, you can select this. You want it aligned to the left or to the right. You want it full, select anything you want. Let's say in this case I want to full, then I want to click update, and you see the image will be inserted into the post. So you can insert as many images as you want into the post. Alright, so after inserting the image, then you want to publish the post. So what you want to do is just hit publish, and your post is published. So I'm going to pause this video for like a minute and duplicate this content in the post, like up to 5 of the content, just like making posts, so that we see how our posts are. If you come to our post, for example, at the moment, you will see that we have just 2 posts, right? So what I want to do is just make some random posts, like up to 5, then we'll take a look at our blog. Right, so I'm just going to delete this default post, then I'll go ahead and make more posts. Alright, so I've gone ahead and made a number of posts. If I go to all posts now, excuse me, you will see that I've made a total of 6 posts, right? This is just for demonstration purpose. Now if you are running a news blog, you normally publish 10, 15, more 20. Some news outlets publish as much as 100, 200 a day. If you are running a personal blog, sometimes you can publish just 1 a day. There are kind of blogs that you run that you publish just 1 post in a week. That 1 post could take you a day or 2 days to schedule and publish that particular post, because it's going to keep ranking on Google. News are relevant for the moment. Alright, so after publishing, we're going to look at our site now. This is our site. When we refresh it now, after making the content, you will see that our site is looking lovely. It's a lovely news blog. Right now we're going to do a little bit of customization, but this is looking nice. Right now, this is a slide. This slides on this automatically. All right, now one of the first things we want to do is create a navigation for our news blog. Right, so to do that, we'll go to our WordPress backend, and you want to come to appearance. Under appearance, you want to come to menus, right, and click menus. Now when you click menus, you want to create your first menu. So what you want to do is just click here and name it anything you want. You can just say my menu, right, and select primary menu. Then you want to click create menu. I'll wait for this to create. Now that the menu is created, what we want to do is add navigations or sections or categories to your menu, where people will, in this case, we want to add the categories. If you are designing, it depends on the kind of blog you are designing, right, and the categories you have. That's what's going to be on your menu. So what you want to do is come to categories, here categories, and we are going to select all the categories that we have and click add to menu. And you see the categories are here. I think there's one missing. Let's see. We have movie, celebrity gossip. We don't have box office here, so we're going to select box office here. Then I'm going to add it, add to menu. So we have another thing we want to add is the home URL. So we're going to copy your normal URL from your site, then go to custom menu. Then what you want to do is paste the URL here and just type anything here, home. You can use the custom menu to add any kind of link that you want to add to your navigation. Let's say you want to promote a particular product or service. You can add the link to that product or service here and write anything in the menu, right? Then after selecting that, what you want to do is come to save menu. So we'll click on save menu. So our menu is saved. What you want to do is come here and refresh the page. You see that we have a menu, so you can add more as you depending on the number of your categories. You can add more items to the menu, right? You can add more items to the menu. All right, now another thing you want to take note of, you see this title of the site is bigger than expected, so you want to style this or add a logo if you have a logo. So to do that, you come to customize, but we'll do it from the back end. So go to your WordPress back end and go to appearance section. We're looking for appearance section, and this is the appearance section. Then we'll hit on customize. I want to open it in a new tab. You can just hit it direct, but I'm opening it in a new tab. I'll wait for this to open. Forget about this upgrade to pro. That if you have the money, you can do that anyway. All right, so now what you want to do is scroll here to site identity, right? Site identity. This is site title, right? So it depends on your site title. That's what it's going to show here. So you can just, let's say for example, I want to change this to news, so I can change it to anything. As I want to say, you can say news, right? Then I can say anything I want, latest news, for example. But make sure you're writing something that's relevant to your blog. This is just for training purposes. All right, now because this is large, what I want to do is reduce this. This is site title size. So I want to put this at 30. Let's say 40. Right? To publish the changes, what I want to do is click on publish. Now if you come back here and refresh this, this becomes better, right? This becomes better. Let's say I want to reduce it further. I can come here and make this 20. Let's say I want to change the title, turn this to 27, until you find what works for you, right? Then or it could be welcome to your site, welcome to Tom's news blog, for example. Let's say that's what we want to write. So what you want to do is click publish, and if you refresh this, you get whatsoever you wrote there, right? This makes the site look better. If you want to add a logo, what you want to do is scroll down here and select, for example, I want to add the site icon that will show here. Is come here and select it, because right, then this is your logo section. You want to add a logo. You already know how to add images, so you just upload your logo that you have, right? So that will show here. Your logo will show here, right? Now the site icon is the favicon. If you want to add that, you select that. You look at the size of the image here, then you select the site icon and add it. That will show here, just like you have for Google, you have for this HostGator, you have for Gmail, right? So you have your site icon displaying here. That means you will design what works for you, right, and upload it. Same way you add your logo, right? So as simple as that, just by clicking on it and coming to uploading file the way you uploaded file to your post, right? In this case, once you upload it, you click publish here, right? As simple as that. Now color, you come to color. Let's say you don't want this dark color, you see this dark theme. Let's say you don't want it, you can change it from that to a lighter theme, or you can customize a color that you want. Let's say you want blue. You refresh this and see that will change some of the colors, right? You see the color of the blue. If you want this to turn to the default color, you select this. Right, if you change it now, that becomes the blue color. If you refresh this, it becomes blue, right? Let's say for example you want a different color. Let's say you want something a little bit gray, a little bit, okay, let's say you want something like this. You can select any color that works best for you. Now if you refresh this, this will give you a different color, right? So it depends on what you're comfortable, the kind of color that comes out beautiful for you. So you come here and select that color, right? If you want to turn it to any color, you can turn it to any color. You can, for example, if you want to make it a little bit, you can walk it around here and see what works best for you, right? The kind of color that you like, right? You can turn it to anything that you want and choose the right color that favors you best, that you feel is more relaxed with the kind of template that you are using, right? But for this purpose, I'm going to go back to default dark color, which is the black color. I'm going to hit publish. Alright, so that brings it back to the default dark color, but you can change the color to anything that you want. You already know how to add your logos, how to add any your post, right? So you can see that your blog is looking nice. If you have your logo, you add your logo, your site icon will be there. Now the last thing we want to look at is how to get your site to be linked to Google, so that as soon as you publish content, it gets indexed on Google really fast, so that you can have better search presence. To do that, what you want to do is come to plugins and go to add new and click it. Now what you want to do is head to search and write Google Kit. Now when you type Google Kit in that box, wait for it to search, you see this plugin, click on install now. Then what you want to do next is activate the plugin. So you activate it. So the plugin is activated. What we are trying to do is link your site to Google Search Console and to Google Analytics, so that as soon as you publish content, you get faster index and have better presence on Google, right? So what you want to do now is wait for this to check compatibility. Just a minute. Now what you want to do is click setup. So you click on start setup. That will bring you here. The reason why this is like this is because I'm already signed into my Gmail account, so you can sign into your Gmail account to make it faster. Otherwise you will be required to sign in. Once you come here, what you say, sign in with Google, so you click on that. That will bring you here. I'm going to click on the mail I'm signed in with. Alright, now if you are not signed into Gmail again, you'll be required to sign in, but I'm already signed in, so I'm using this for a test, for the test purpose. Select this. I want to select this as well, this other two options. Then I want to click continue. So you click continue. Now what you want to do next, click on proceed. This, if you do this manually, it's going to take you like 30 to 40 minutes, but if you are doing this with this Google plugin, it will take you minutes, like 2-3 minutes. You are done with it. Right now, what you want to do is click allow, and you go to click add site. What you want to do is click go to my dashboard. Your site has been successfully added to Google Search Console. You can see that Search Console connected. It's checked good. Another thing you want to do is connect analytics. So you want to click on connect service. Then you want to select the Gmail account you are using for the connection again, and go to scroll down to continue. Excuse me. Wait for the plugin to work. Is magic. Excuse me. Then scroll down here and go to click on create account. This will require you to sign in again. You want to click on the email address you are using. Then you select this two and click continue. And wait for the plugin to work its magic once again. Now this is going to take you to Google Analytics page, right? You're going to select your country, right? If this is your country, just can click here and select the country that you are from. For this purpose, this is United States. You want to select accept the terms. You can go through the term, but it's not necessary. It's not, you need this, so you go to click accept, and you go to select. You can select this as well. Then you scroll down and accept terms, right? The next thing you want to do is click accept, then go to dashboard, and you are done connecting your website to Google Analytics, so that you can get details about every visitor on your website, where they visit, from where they leave your site. You can see Google Analytics is connected, right? On the dashboard here, you could see everything you want. Now, when you start publishing content to your site, for example, this is the news blog I designed. Let's say this is not a news blog, it's your personal blog. You have designed it as well. As you publish content, as people start to visit your blog, you will see the details when you visit your website dashboard. If you go to the dashboard, you see the details right there, right? Now as soon as you start having traffic, your traffic is up to 100, 200 daily traffic, is you will see the information from your dashboard automatically. The Google Kit is going to connect that. Now if you go to the dashboard of the Google Kit, you will want to apply for Google AdSense to settings, so that you start making money from Google AdSense, right? So you connect that Google AdSense from this dashboard as well, right? So if you come to connect more services, you will see Google AdSense. The reason why this is like this is because you've not set up a Google AdSense account, right? So to set up Google AdSense, you have to go to Google AdSense and set up your Google AdSense account. When you start having traffic for your site, you started seeing people visiting your news blog, you're sharing your news blog on social media, and you are getting traffic, then you can now apply for Google AdSense account, so that you can display advertisements on your site. And connecting your Google AdSense account to your site is just like the way you connected the other ones. You can connect it right from here. All right, now one last thing that I want to do is, when you open this post, for example, you will see that we don't have pronounced share icons, right? So that when somebody visits your site, they are not able to share your content to social media. So we want to look at how to add share buttons to your site so that people can easily share your content to social media, so that you get more traffic. This will enable you get more traffic to your site. What we want to do that, we'll come to the back end of your website again and head to plugins and click on add new. Right, we want to add share buttons. We've connected your site to Google, to Search Console and Analytics. Now we want to add search buttons to the site so that people can easily share your content. What we want to do is just type add any here and wait for this to search for that plugin. You see this plugin, then we want to do is click install and click on activate. Now this is activated. You go to the plugin, come to settings, you see add to any, then you click that. You see these are the buttons that, if we save this for example and take a look at our site, if we refresh the site for example, and open any of the posts, let's open this post in a new tab. Now when this post open, you see the share buttons here, but you will only see Facebook, Twitter and email, then the plus icon to display the others. Now if you want more to show here before that, what you want to do is come to this section and click on add/remove. When you click on this, you will see you can add, if let's say you want to add WhatsApp, you click on it. You want to add Pinterest, you click on it. Anyone you want to add, you just by clicking on them. You want to add Gmail, you click on it. Any social icon you want to, I want to add Dix, you click on it. Right now you can now rearrange them, so you can move this here. Let's say you want Twitter to be here, right? You want WhatsApp, you want Pinterest here, you can click and drag. Now after adding all the social icons that you want to add, at first glance what you want to do is come down here and click save changes. Now when we refresh this post again, we'll see that we'll have other social icons. The other social icons will show if I flush this. Another thing that you want to do is have a floating bar that will make sharing easier. So what we want to do is come back to the plugin and click on the floating. When you click on floating, you add this. By default, you see that it's set to none. So we want to leave it at, select the left dock, and we want to click save changes. Now when you come to the site and refresh this, I'm going to have these share icons here. You see the way what we added here, everything we show here, so that from anywhere on your site, as soon as people visit your site, they can share your content easily. If you come here and you refresh this post, you will see that you will have that in place. You have this. I'll go back to the settings. Now you can decide whether you want to hide it on mobile device. If you want it hidden on mobile device, you select this. If you don't want it hidden, you uncheck this. Hide this after scrolling. You now select that is, if you want it to scroll to a particular section for it to be hidden, you select any template that you want. Then if you want it horizontal, if you want it horizontal, like you want it to show horizontally, you can go there and select that as well. But for example, at the moment it's hidden. Then what you want to do is just click save, so that when somebody comes to your site, they can easily see the share button and share your content. You can see that your site is looking beautiful and everything is looking okay. Your recent posts are here, and this basically from here, your blog, you have created a good news blog you can use to publish content, publish anything, maybe publish things about your about any topic entirely that you like. If you want a more beautiful template, you can just go ahead and upgrade to the pro package and get more beautiful theme from this particular template maker. All right, that's as simple as that. That is how you design your news blog. If you have any question, you leave it in the comment section. We'll answer them for you. If you like this video, give it a thumb up, subscribe to this channel so that you get more videos like this on a daily and weekly basis.